Happy Halloween, you beautiful people. Welcome to Halloween week. I'm Kenzie. I'm going to be your host and your artist, and today we're going to be drawing Beetlejuice. Let's jump right into it. Now, there's two different types of Beetlejuice movies that have already came out. One of them was the original, and this one came out in 1988. The other one was Beetlejuice, and it had just came out this year. It was in theaters not too long ago. If you guys haven't watched it, I definitely recommend it. I went and watched it with a coworker of mine and her daughters, and I actually think it might have been a kind of better than the first one. But that's just my opinion. But I'm not going to say any spoilers for you guys in case you haven't seen it, I promise. Okay, first, let's get into the first movie, talking about Beetlejuice, which is the original one, and this was directed by Tim Burton, which also does like Nightmare Before Christmas, and he's just famous for a lot of different animation movies that are Halloween, but not like super duper scary, if that makes sense, kind of like horror comedies in a way. The movie follows a recently deceased couple, Adam and Barbara Maitland, who find themselves haunting their home after a car accident. So they get in this car accident, right, and they end up haunting their home, and they use Beetlejuice. You say his name 3 times, he appears, causes a bunch of trouble. But anyway, they use Beetlejuice to try and get the new owners of the house out because they don't want to be living in their house, right? Because they're living in it, but they're dead. So it's like they're living in it, but they're not living in it. It's a big whoop-de-daw. I don't understand the whole process behind that. I do, but like, you know. However, Beetlejuice does not have the spirit that these people think that he does. They think, oh, he's good. He's going to get these people out of my house. He's going to do great things. No. If any of you know anything about Beetlejuice, you would know that he is not the I'm gonna help you out and expect nothing in return kind of guy. He's the I want my stuff first and then you might get your stuff. I might help you if you help me first, and that is very, very, very slim chance that he's actually gonna help you. Ultimately, the couple has to find a way to protect their home and get the people to leave without Beetlejuice's help, because he doesn't really help, he just causes more problems. And I did go through and look up the top 3 reviews for the Beetlejuice series just because I was curious. Like, I wanted to know what people had to say about it. And if you keep watching these episodes, I'm going to be doing 2 of them a day, and at the end I'll be doing a big movie. But if you guys are watching these, you will realize that I'm doing these reviews for every single one just because I'm curious and I want to see what these people have to say about these famous movies. So let's jump right into the top 3 reviews for the Beetlejuice movie. And we're specifically sticking with the original and not Beetlejuice, because I couldn't really find as much on that since it's so new. The first one was Roger Ebert, which is with Chicago Sun-Times. Quote, Ebert praised the film for its originality and Tim Burton's unique visual style, calling it delightfully morbid comedy. He highlighted Michael Keaton's performance as Beetlejuice, describing it as both hilarious and frightening, capturing the character's chaotic energy perfectly. That is a very nice review. That is a very nice review. I like how I worded that. Review number 2 is from Janet Maslin, which is the New York Times. Most of you guys know they do a lot of reviews. They're really famous. They're really well known for reviewing movies, and their input usually has a lot of weight whenever it comes to how good a movie does and how many people go see it after the New York Times reviews it. But their review was, Janet noted the film's inventive blend of horror and humor, emphasizing its quirky and imaginative nature. She commended the performances, especially those of Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin as the Maitlands, which is the couple that was deceased and was in the car accident, and acknowledged how the film created a whimsical yet eerie atmosphere that was a signature to Burton's work. Which, like I said, he does Nightmare Before Christmas and those kind of movies where it's kind of like Halloween, but not very scary, but kind of funny, but kind of like weird, I guess you could say. The third review was from Variety, or Variety, one of the two. It's one of the two, pronounced one of the 2 ways. This review lauded Beetlejuice for its clever spirit and exceptional production design. The review remarked on a film's ability to balance dark themes with comedy, and it praised Keaton's portrayal of Beetlejuice as both outrageous and compelling, making the character memorable in cinematic history. I am going to talk a little bit about Beetlejuice. I'm not going to bring up any spoilers, but if you guys are wanting to watch the movie and you don't want to hear anything about it at all, you can go ahead and skip just a few seconds. It's not going to take you very long. The second movie, Beetlejuice, is where Lydia Deetz is now an adult and they follow her around her life, and this is her just dealing with the aftermath of how the first film went and ended. The film features the return of Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice and Winona Ryder as Lydia, with new characters and different plot twists. I'm gonna be honest, whenever I watched this, I was so confused for the first like 15 minutes because I hadn't seen Beetlejuice in so long. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then once I finally figured it out, I was like, oh, this movie ain't bad. Like, I'm less confused than I thought I was gonna be. The story does blend a bunch of comedy with supernatural elements where you travel to the undead station, I guess you could call it. We meet Bob. Bob is my favorite character of the whole entire movie, but it definitely blends comedy with Halloween, with spooky, with weird. So just kind of giving that Tim Burton vibe that everybody talks about. Also, if you guys see me like moving my hair around a lot, I got a new thing and it's not healing very well, and I'm trying to keep lotion on it and keep it moisturized so that way it doesn't get infected, but my hair keeps catching it, so I'm trying to keep my hair out of my way where I don't get it like in the lotion, because then that would not be fun. I've had that happen before and it's not a fun time. Now, we went over the two movies that Beetlejuice stars in, but who the heck is this crazy Beetlejuice guy with the mold and the crazy hair and the purple and white suit? Who is this guy? Like, who is he as a character? Well, Beetlejuice is played by Michael Keaton, which we kind of mentioned earlier. I mentioned his name, but I didn't explain really that he was played by him, I don't think. And Beetlejuice can be described as, quote, a chaotic and eccentric spirit known for his wild personality and mischievous antics. Beetlejuice obviously has a very distinct look where everybody that sees him can automatically tell, hey, that's Beetlejuice. Hey, that's Beetlejuice. Hey, that looks like Beetlejuice. Like, you can automatically tell because he has the greenish skin, he has the mold, he has the dirty teeth, he has the bright green crazy hair, he's got the suit, he's got everything, right? Everybody recognizes him. It's kind of like a disheveled appearance, but in like a I'm dead and I don't give a fuck. That's kind of his look, as to put it simply as possible. A lot of people that I know actually say that Beetlejuice is like, quote, crazy and stupid, which I mean, yeah, the movie kind of is crazy and stupid, but it's still funny. Like, it's still a Halloween movie. Like, I'm still gonna watch it. Like, I'm still gonna sit here and laugh. It's like watching a Halloween version of SpongeBob. Like, you never know, you're gonna get some stupid stuff. You're gonna get some stuff where it's like, how the fuck did they even come up with this? But, you know, there's movies like that out there, and I'm still gonna watch them, no matter how dumb they are. But Beetlejuice, I gotta say, Beetlejuice is a good movie. Y'all can't prove me wrong on that. My mom doesn't like it. She didn't like Beetlejuice 2. And I told her, I was like, I don't know if I can be friends with you if you don't like Beetlejuice 2. Because yeah, it was stupid, but it was good. You gotta admit, it was good. A lot of people say that Beetlejuice isn't a scary movie, which technically is supposed to be what we're supposed to be going over with the Halloween movies. But I'm kind of just combining horror movies, slasher movies, anything with like a Halloween theme, vibe kind of going on. I'm just adding in all of those. So I'm adding in all my favorites, I'm adding in the classics. There are a few that I missed because I'm only doing 10, but I tried to get throughout as many genres as possible. Beetlejuice is definitely not meant to scare you. If it does, you are probably a child that should not be watching Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is not meant to scare you. It's supposed to make you laugh, and it's supposed to be like a scary, funny kind of thing. Are you guys wanting some Beetlejuice fun facts? It is time. It is time for me to be cringy for the next 3 minutes or so. I'm estimating. I don't know how long it's going to take. You ready? Let's get to it. The first fun fact for Beetlejuice is the title gags. The film's title character is named Beetlejuice, but if you say his name 3 times, he pops out of nowhere. Like, you could literally be in the attic of this house that is starred in, and you say Beetlejuice, 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 and he just appears. Like, smoke immediately appears. Which most people probably know that, but I just thought I'd add it in there for people who might not. Second, Michael Keaton's improv. Did you know that Michael Keaton actually improv'd a lot of his lines in Beetlejuice? I did not know that, but I figured it out the other day while I was doing research about Beetlejuice, because I know the plot line, like I watched the 2 movies, but I didn't know like the insides and like who played who. I really thought that was something behind me, but I'm just delusional. But it's like who played who, like I didn't know that kind of stuff. Like I knew who played Lydia because like my coworker that I used to work with was like obsessed with her, which I don't blame her. But number 3 on the fun fact list, I'm getting all crazy sidetracked, is unexpected inspiration. The original concept for the film was much darker, intended to be a horror movie about ghosts that were actually trying to scare away the living. So it was supposed to be an actual horror movie, and then it turned into a Tim Burton, funny, not very scary Halloween movie. 4. Fun fact number 4. Ridiculous makeup. Literally, I was looking on the internet and I was like, let's see if I can find some fun facts about Beetlejuice, and one of the things that I found the most was just somebody just saying, ridiculous makeup. That was it. But I did some deep diving and I gave you a summary. So the character of Beetlejuice was actually designed to look grotesque, or homeless, as I usually say. With wild hair, outlandish makeup, craziness. I can't say much about makeup because I barely even wear it. This is the most makeup that I've worn in probably a year, give or take. Number 5 is the ghost clothes. So actually, if you look close enough, you will realize that the Maitlands, which are the ones that got in the car accident in the first movie and are trying to scare them away in the original, they never changed their clothes, which I thought was interesting, and I didn't even realize until I read about it. Like, I wouldn't have even thought to process that. But they keep the same clothes on because they're dead. They have no reason to change their clothes. So I just thought that was a fun little fact, you know, to add in there, spice it up a little bit, that they didn't change their clothes. 6 is cameos galore. Tim Burton has a cameo as one of the voices in the Deo scene, where the characters sing in the afterlife. It's a fun nod to the film's playful tone and Burton's signature style, so if you watch the second one, I think the second one is where they did that. So what they did is they had like everybody singing, and like the terminal to go to like heaven or hell or wherever you were going, they had a big old dance party, and Lydia walked in and was like kind of like, what the hell is going on? And then like, you know, all that stuff happened. I'm gonna leave it there. And then a cartoon spinoff is the final fun fact. So I don't know if you guys knew this, you probably do, but there is actually a cartoon of Beetlejuice. So there's a TV series, and I didn't know this until literally 6 months ago, until I was told that there's a TV series. I'm like, you never told me there was a TV series for Beetlejuice whenever I could have been watching it this whole time? Really? Really, man? Well, yeah, I sound country as hell saying that, but I say it all the time, so we're gonna deal with it. But this is going to be the end of the Beetlejuice episode. I enjoyed talking about him with you guys, while talking about him to myself, kind of. For you guys? For you guys, not with you guys, is probably a more like better response. But this is going to be the end of it. Be sure to like and subscribe, as well as comment your favorite Halloween movie down below. I'm really curious, and if you guys say something new where I can watch it, please. I'm trying to find new scary movies, and I cannot find any that I haven't seen that aren't terrible. Unless I'm just looking in the wrong places. Anyway, I will see you next time. Stay spooky, artists. Bye.